And welcome along, everybody. How are we doing? I hope you're all doing well on this fine Sunday evening. I might have a new banner thing. That looks actually pretty big up there on the vertical. It's down there. Yeah, I think I needed to make a bigger thing of Highlands Fishing, which is out in less than a month's time. Doublesman66, welcome along. Farmer Karen 13, welcome along. H.G. Johnson, welcome along. Jory Ma, welcome along. Jesse, welcome along. Who else we got coming in here? Let me know if you're coming into the chat. We have drops if you are on Twitch. So if you actually, I'm gonna put that here. Yeah, we have drops. If you subscribe on YouTube, you can get drops. It's great. But welcome along. I hope you're doing well. Jesse, welcome along. Let's see, everything going good. We seem to be live on YouTube vertical. We seem to be live on YouTube horizontal, and we seem to be live maybe on Twitch. I think we're live. We've only got apparently one viewer, which I don't believe for a second. We definitely have more than one viewer. Yeah, Twitch definitely tells different stuff. Yeah, 6 viewers over there now, which is great. Right. Right, shall we kick off some stuff? I don't have much to say. I've been working on Farm Sim UK, which is always good. I've scripted the first episode of my new roleplay, which is going to be on Saxlingham as well, but it's not called Saxlingham. Hey, HW Agri, but I hope to have that out this week. We'll see what other videos we get out this week. But yeah, wrapping stuff back up. Let's have 19. Thank you for resubscribing with Prime. You are awesome. I'm doing well, thank you, Bart. Hey, Net19, welcome along. Right, let's crack on because we've got a lot to do tonight. We're going to try and get through the next 2 days. And get ourselves into spring. We've got the latter half of this day to do, so we're going to start off this harvester, nearest waypoint, and away that goes. And yeah, we are literally picking up exactly where we left off last time, considering continuing with the beet. Want to get this beet sorted. We'll go today until it gets dark. And then we'll move on to the next day and we'll finish off the beet. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of finishing off the beet today, I think. So how's everybody's weekends been? What have you been up to? Let me know. I'm actually, do you know what? I've got to the point again where I'm really jazzed by Farm Sim. I'm really enjoying Farm Sim. KSH have new Optum at 440 horsepower. Ridiculous. That's nuts for an Optum. That's reaching quad track territory, isn't it? Reflexive FS, fantastic HW accurate. Are we? Oh yeah, it is beginning to get dark on here. If we can do this, if we can make the money off this contract, we should get above 50,000 tonight, I think, which would be good going into the springtime. I think so. Even the biggest Magnum is only 400 at the moment. Yeah, that is a hell of a lot of horsepower for that kind of tractor. Mind you, the one we're in here, this T8 is goes up. Yeah, this goes over 400. This doesn't it? I think. Fairly sure. And the Optimum is basically just sized down from this. Same tractor, different color, basically. Hey, Paul Sinclair, I have had a good weekend, thank you. I've had a busy weekend. So I was 3 hours short on my work this week, so I had to do 3 hours. I had to do 3 hours work today. And I had some other bits and pieces. Cheers, Paul Sinclair. At one point, I was working on my episodes, my new series, writing scripts and things, at the same time as I was programming the FS UK or the Farm Sim UK website. I really wanted to have that website out this weekend, but I'm not there yet. I have just about got the syncing stuff up, so that should be sorted. I might get the CMS sorted this week if I'm lucky. The T8 does go to 435, but the Magnum only 400. Okay, that's weird. Because yeah, the Magnum again, basically the same tractor. In fact, when I was over in Raheen, over in where they build these, we were seeing them on the production line, and they are basically the same tractor with a different cab and a different front. Are they really? Nah. Magnum. No, the Magnum goes up to 435. The power drive. Hopefully get FS UK out and up and running by the end of this week. No, I don't know about by the end of this week, Paul. I hope to have it. I hope to have the guts of it up and it filling the mod directory this week. That's 435, not rated for 435. It's only rated for 400. I suppose you still need some horsepower to move forwards. Yeah, it's not going to necessarily be 435 at the PTO. Yeah, I had hoped to sit down and make at least 3 videos this weekend, and I made none. So I'm a little bit unhappy about that. But Tuesday night I should be able to make some stuff. Hey, Mustachio Man, welcome along. The rated HP is calculated differently per tractor or manufacturer. Yeah, but as I said, same tractor, same factory, The only difference between, and literally the only difference between the New Holland and the case is the cab and the bonnet. That's it. I've seen the things being constructed. And the coat of paint on the fenders, yeah. Well, no, the fender, what the, I think they're part of the cab. I think that the fenders, the rear mudguards are part of the cab. If I remember correctly. We made it back before the harvester was empty. Or before the harvester was full. That's fantastic. Will be full before the end of this row, though. Yeah, rear fenders are parts of the cab. That's what I thought. Right, that is about all we can take, so. Right, demand at Flopman Grain. Don't know what that's for. Well, the PTO horsepower on the Magnum is 400. Yeah, Magnum 400 is only 390 is tested on Tractor Data. I was going to say Tractor Data would be the place I would have gone to check what the actual PTO horsepower is. What is it for the T8, Drawing Map? What is it for the equivalent T8? I'm intrigued by that. Hey, it's me here, quadruple 8. It's me here. It's me 7 here. Welcome along. Hey, Thomas Dirty. Welcome along. One thing I have got that's good for my roleplay is that it's on a completely different part of the map, which I'm very pleased about. T8 435 only has same tractor. Literally the same tractor. That's weird. Do I know when Wickham Park is going to be released? I don't think even Oxy knows when Wickham Park's going to be released. I probably wouldn't expect before the new year. I think that's a 2026 map release, Wickham Park. Hey, Thomas Vig, welcome, or Tom's Vig, welcome along. Tom's Vig, welcome along. No, I cannot sing that song. I do not know that song, Tom. The only reason I know anything about that is because my son has sung it. And no, I don't play Roblox. In fact, I am, so I really apologize this. I don't think anybody should be playing Roblox. Roblox is I have banned Roblox in my house. Roblox is banned here. I will never play Roblox. I'll never play Roblox. And I've banned my kids from playing it. Also, do you think Court Farm is coming to FS25 since Camden? I don't know. I doubt it. I think he's working on Wickham Park and is just going to get Wickham Park out. I think we'd have heard something about Court Farm if there's. I play Farming Simulator 25, Doms. I agree. Roblox makes me uncomfortable now. The games are pretty bad nowadays anyway. Yeah, the some of the games that they allow on there, I cannot. Hey, Case 150, welcome along. Do I have multiplayer? I don't have a multiplayer at the moment. We will probably look at multiplayer at some point in the future once things ramp up a bit. Hey, Redman, welcome along. If I do multiplayer again, I will probably do one stream a week. Server will come up just before the stream and we'll go off just after the stream. Oh, harvester. That harvester won't be full, so I'll pick it up at the other end of the field. What my multiplayer server's down, or the multiplayer servers in general is down. My multiplayer server might be down because I haven't looked at it in a while. Have I ever met to talk to Daggerwin? I have only spoken to Daggerwin over... I have only spoken to Daggerwin over email. I've never spoken to him directly. I'll take that, Toms. Yeah, there was a time when I've said this almost every stream. Why is there a why is there a pre-order FS25 thing above my wheel cap? Well, funny you should say that, Redman. In less than a month's time, the Highlands Fishing DLC comes out for Farming Simulator 25, and if you use my code VFGAMING, you can support the channel when you buy it. If you want to buy it. In fact, if you buy anything from the Farming Simulator website, please use code VFGAMING to support the channel. And that's why that's there. He did use my Land Rover at FS17, and he and I spoke over email when he did that, because he asked, could I, he asked for my permission to use it. And I said, yes, please, just, you know, can you put a link to my channel in your, in the Could you put a link to my channel in your in the description of your video, please? That would be awesome. Thank you. You know, that's all I was expecting, and instead he gave me a huge shout out right at the beginning of the video, and I saw my subscribers jump 500 in 2 days, I think it was. It was insane. You're good. You're fine, Red. I don't play FS20, Toms. FS20 is a... Yeah, FS20 is a mobile game. I've played FS20, but I never really played it on stream. Especially as we've had FS23 released since, which I've also played. Good evening, GD. How are you, my friend? Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, Beet, which I am very grateful for, Red. I am very grateful for. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody does want to get an Apex Gaming PC, exclamation mark Apex PC in the chat. VF doesn't play FS at all, that's why he doesn't play FS20. Yeah, I never played this game. I've never played this game before in 10 years. Hey, Craig, welcome along. Play FS22 still for Ballyspring, but I play FS25 too, which is always a good way, I think, to view it. If you have a favorite map on a previous version of Farm Sim that you go back to, you know, go back and play it on the previous version of Farm Sim. New maps are released on the new version all the time. And yeah, because I went back and played Colbert Park Farm. I've gone back and played other bits, and yeah, all one word, case. Also, they're down in the description on YouTube. I have no idea what that is, Toms. That I have never heard of. Love Ballyspring. Point of fact, still play it. Yeah, Ballyspring is fantastic. And to be honest, because Ballyspring is due to be released for 25, that is probably the map I'd go and do multiplayer on again. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, guys, go check out Gamer Dragon. He's awesome. Thanks. New Ethernet cable turned up and internet seems stable again. That's good news. Nothing worse than non-stable internet when you're streaming. Do you know if the multiplayer servers will be up tonight? Well, my multiplayer server, I can go and look at the multiplayer server. I didn't know anybody was still using it, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to go on the multiplayer server, then absolutely. I will go and check it later tonight. We've transported 80% and we're 66% of the way through the contract. Fantastic. Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money off this. It's gone 5 o'clock, so I think what we'll do is we'll pull in at the farm on the way and just move through to the next morning. All the servers there. You played 5 Simulator 22. 5 Simulator 22 is still great. At a AG Toto Jinrei. I think that's how that passes. Hello and welcome along. How long will I be streaming today? Till about 11 o'clock tonight. Do I think Forza is better? I've never played Forza. Gaming for Live 27 Shorts. I've never played Forza. Toms, you are just full of the internet memes. Although I have to say that is one of the stupidest ones I've heard in years. A lot of new people in here tonight. This is fantastic. I enjoyed getting back on the farm this weekend, to be honest. I'm glad to hear it, GD. I am a little bit like you with what you were saying, where my enthusiasm for actually getting on and playing, my enthusiasm for streaming has actually been is higher than my enthusiasm for playing Farm Sim at the moment. So I'm enjoying playing Farm Sim, streaming it, which is interesting. You play? Hey Steve, welcome along. Yeah, I've heard of Forza and I know of Forza, but I've never played it myself. I have friends who play Forza. Right, we're gonna move along to 9 o'clock in the morning. Playing 22, playing Valley Spring on 22 right now. Nice. It is an awesome map, Valley Spring. It's one of my favorites. At 9 a.m. we're gonna go to. This is Farm Sim. Yeah, Farming Simulator. Right. There we go. Some sunshine. Second day of February. Oh. That's a lizard dragon on sale. 41,000 is quite expensive, but that might be quite useful to us. That might be very useful to us, that tractor. Do I miss admin part? You played every simulator game? Nice, gaming for life. VeteranModding is clean. Thank you. My channel is nearly 10 years old. I am playing on Saxlingham, yes. Oh, the harvester is full just as we get to the Oh, Attingham Park. Yes, I miss Attingham Park. It's a fantastic map, Attingham. Tom's, you play Roblox, nice, but I don't. And don't get me wrong, when I'm playing, so what I was saying before, when I'm playing Farm Sim, when I'm in these streams, I really enjoy it. And actually, I've had this afternoon, I've been playing around with scripts and things for a role play and been really enjoying being creative in Farm Sim. It's going to be, I'll tell you what, the role play is going to be interesting because the script is for about a 12 to 15 minute episode. And I have, it's going to be a big edit. It's going to be, I'm going to have a lot of editing to do for it. It's definitely going to be one of the heaviest things I've ever done. And it's also going to be one of the more interesting things that I've ever done. I'm doing sugar beets at the moment, Tom's. So the question is, do we want to do an arable field? I think we could do at least one arable field on the farm. But we'll have to buy a lot of equipment and things. Hey Sim Guy, welcome along. I'm good, thank you. The wire behind my gaming system looks like a cobweb. Oh, what? Up there? Yeah, I wish I had a... I'm gonna have to have a look at my wire setup. It could be a cobweb, to be honest. Hey, Waylon Timblick, welcome along. I'd get 2 arable fields. Well, no, it's converting into an arable field. So I think I want to get 26. I think 26 would be a good arable field to get. There's a road all the way up to 22, and I kind of want to get my whole farm connected. So yeah, I'm thinking if we sort of head up the river that way, that would work very well for us. So that's what I'm looking to do at the moment. Big Xbox is the best. We have Xbox. Do you know what? So I don't know if I was telling. I think I was telling the story on Friday. I was going through my budget this week and going through seeing where I could save money, and I suddenly realized that I was paying for Xbox Game Pass for the Xbox we have in the house, and Xbox Game Pass PC for my computer, and that totaled like £17-18. And at the time, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate was going to be was only like £15. So I upgraded to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Thought, great, that's wonderful. The next day, the very next day, they announced the price increase, and I'm just, why do that to me, Xbox? Why make it look like I'm going to save £2-3 and then rip that away from me? Tom's behave. I did. I got screwed by Xbox and Microsoft this week, and I'm not happy about it. And I'm this close to cancelling Game Pass, like a lot of other people. No, PlayStation is not any cheaper, and PlayStation doesn't have as many games available on Game Pass, on their equivalent. And it is. I mean, the trouble is, it's the amount of the increase. I think a lot of people have gone, what the hell are you paying at? A 50% increase in the cost. I think if they'd done like £2 or £3, then people wouldn't have cancelled their membership, wouldn't have cancelled Game Pass. They would have just gone, oh, it's, that's fair enough. That's like a 10%, maybe a 10-12% increase. That's been happening a lot. We'll pay the extra £2. Taking it from essentially $20 to $30 in the States is just, I'm not surprised the site crashed with people cancelling their Game Pass. What games am I don't allow? We allow Christmas. Fortnite. My son mainly plays Fortnite. I was actually playing Fortnite with him and my daughter before we came on. They also play Minecraft. Wow, we must have taken a little bit longer to get down there. My son did enjoy. GD, that was him who replied telling you that he'd been given a cookie. I was in the kitchen and he came in here and replied and said, you know, I'd given him a cookie or something. And yeah, no, that wasn't me replying him. That was him replying. You meant Roblox. There we go. Way we go again. Back in cab. Do I watch F1? I used to watch F1 religiously, Ollie. And then I just didn't anymore. It got very samey. And when I say I used to watch F1, I used to watch F1 during the seasons when I watched the season when Jenson Button won it. And before Mercedes were, you know. Late HW, I agree. Yeah, GD. Yeah. Oh. I had it on loudspeaker for a bit, and then you swore, and then I went, "Oh no, we can't. That's why I can't put this on loudspeaker." They won the chat. Wow. Yeah, I'd get back into it if I also got very busy. I suddenly got very busy. I used to have it on the background when I was programming on a Sunday. I used to have it in the background. Pretty much the setup I've got here at the moment, because I've got my laptop down here because I'm setting up for the role play, and I actually need to have 2 gaming PCs running for the role play to do the second characters, which is weird. I might try and use a controller to control them, just to make it easier on me. And yeah, so I used to have the F1 on the side on my laptop, and then be working on my PC. What's your recommend for Farming Simulator? So, Red, all of the PCs on my page on Apex, I hope the list is right. The listing is right. All of the PCs on my page on Apex are designed for use with Farm Sim. The base one is a basic PC to get you started. The middle one is a decent PC to, you know, which would play Farm Sim really well. And then the top one is basically a content creator PC. So if you want to do Farm Sim and stream and make videos, that is that. 3,610. We are now starting to make money from the beets. We've got about half a field left. That's awesome. Oh, so we need to check where the best price for sugar beets is now. You can do that when we refill. I need to find a manor house or something. I need to reconstruct the middle of this map for the roleplay. I need to make a manor house, or a house big enough to be a manor house. I'm not sure there's anything actually on the mod hub that's big enough for that. I didn't, Sim Noob. Ultimate Farmer game. Oh, hello. I take it this is what you're talking about. That's interesting. Okay, what is this? We're exploring what a modern farming simulator should. Starting from the soil up, the game will prioritize physics-driven systems, flexible gameplay, and meaningful interaction with terrain, crops, and machinery. Each feature. So they are early stages. I've been partnered with Apex about 3-4 years at this point, I think. This is a long way. Have they got anything in here? Crop cultivation, loot harvest, storage, starter crops, smaller buildings, starter progression, weather and time system, day-night cycle. Well, from that, they've not got anything new in there yet. I mean, that's all stuff that exists. Soil state and time is interesting. This is probably something to keep an eye on, I think. But they're gonna have, if they're going up against Farm Sim, they're gonna have a very, very big problem. Brands. Giants have, do you know what, Red? Giants have never put anybody out of business before they've even started. All the games that have come up against Farm Sim have honestly not been games that have been good enough to shift players away from Farm Sim. Hopefully, Miles, that won't be too long. It does look like CNC. I have my eye on games like that. It's always interesting to see someone come up with competition for Farm Sim, but the biggest problem any competitor is ever going to have with a farming game is brands. It's one of the issues Cattle and Crops came up against. Cattle and Crops had just class, and then Farm Sim had everything else and also added class, and suddenly the thing that really made Cattle and Crops stand out was gone. And then the game went down the toilet after that, but, you know. It's getting a player base to switch. And the thing Farm Sim has going for it over every other game of this type is its playability from everybody from ultra realistic to complete arcade players. And if you're not catering for that kind of wide audience, I don't think you're going to succeed. But at that point, you're just reinventing the wheel with what Farm Sim does and not doing anything new. You've got to have something out there that makes people go, this is better. This is the game I should be playing over this game. Hey, Isaac, welcome along. So, we'll see. It'll be one to keep an eye on and see where it goes. If it really does go and have features that Farm Sim doesn't, that makes it a more interesting game to people, it'll do well. But Farm Sim at this point is a juggernaut, and I think it would take as much Farm Sim fumbling the ball as it would that game doing well. But Never say never. It wouldn't be the first time. How you doing, Isaac? Welcome along. Hey, Philly M. Welcome along. Looks like another CNC pool. Does a little bit, but one of CNC's big issues was that it was absolutely trying to be a direct. I think at one point somebody who was creating CNC said, we're looking to bury farm sim or something like that, I think it was. And at that point, that was like red rag to a bull, I think. Giants will allow others to create something new and then add it to FS and own the copyright with big brands. So the game, it's very difficult to copyright farming as a game mechanic. I mean, that's almost impossible. So, and you can't copyright a farming simulation game. You know, that's not something you can do either. What you'll have great fun trying to do is the big, if they do get brand deals, the hardest thing they'll come up against, I think, is trying to get partners to play it. And anybody who is it'll be interesting, because if it did do well, that would put a lot of people in a very interesting position. Because at that point, do those who are partners, do they end their partnership and go to the new game? That was again, and the big issue with Cattle and Crops is those people who were doing well at Farm Sim didn't tend to play Cattle and Crops because it didn't do as well as Farm Sim did. It didn't have that bigger thing. It's going to be a game like that. It's going to have a really big uphill struggle to try and get that kind of coverage. Do I still have my lights? I do still have my lights on, but then it's February and it is sunny. I can turn the lights on. Oh, before I tip this, is this the best price? Let's have a look. Best price for sugar beets. We are at Sell Everything XL. Farmers Market is actually a better price, as is the sugar mill. The sugar mill is a bit closer, but I'm not sure we can sell there. Let's tag that. I think, yeah, that's just the other side there. New sub goal has kicked off, but why? But sometimes just, whoa, he didn't stop. He also needs to get his exhaust looked at. Right, we'll see if this sugar mill will actually take the sales from this. Oh, it will. Hey, Morpheus, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And that's why, because Morpheus Simulations has resubscribed for his 29th month. How you doing, Morpheus? Hope you're doing well. Good. Glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Oh, be able to reverse this round here, I think. There we go. Any news on my dad? Yes, my dad is now in the recovery hospital, or the hospital. Ooh, a Red Rock trailer. And my dad is now in the hospital where he will recover, and where he will learn to get around and do everything without his legs. So hopefully he'll be home in the next couple of weeks. That's what we're hoping. I've got to go and take him to go and find a wheelchair at some point in the next couple of weeks. So we're going wheelchair shopping. We'll say at the end of this month, I'm going to be streaming for 4 days. We have the release of the Highlands Fishing DLC, and I am going to stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I have the Friday and the Monday off. And yeah, we're going to stream all weekend. We're going to do similar to the launch of the game last year. I'm going to stream all weekend with it. We're going to fully explore the Highlands fishing map. We're going to really have some fun on there. I'll probably put a load of money in. We'll get some of the new equipment and everything, and have some fun on it, I think. See if we can do some of the fishing, see if we can do some of the onions, and basically just explore what Highlands fishing has to offer. What date's that? So that is Halloween through to the 3rd of October. So yeah, I'll be doing an extended Halloween stream on Farm Sim. Might even put the spooky decorations up. So yeah, I'm as a silver partner, I'm expecting to get access to the DLC on the week before. Hey, Norfolk Fire Engine Train Enthusiast. It would be nice if Giants would label the different type of seeders, like power harrow containing drills, direct drills. Yes, I agree very much, because I find it difficult to see that sometimes. I will have to take a break on the Saturday evening, because I'm going to, oh sorry, on the Friday, because I've got to take the kids we've got Hype Train kicking off. Swifty Farmer TV 100-bit share, thank you so much, you are awesome. H.G. Johnson's landed for a 92.18, but yeah, we have a Hype Train going on. If you want to get some Streamloots cards, I will give away 5 packs of Streamloots cards for every level of Hype Train we complete. So we are on level 1. Thrifty Farmer TV, thank you for the 300-bit share as well. You are awesome. So we haven't completed level 1 yet, so I will do 5 packs of Streamloots cards for every level we complete. So if you want to get some Streamloots cards, give a few bits. Subscribe with that Prime subscription that you're not using. But yeah, why let it go to waste? Why not just use it? Come back from holiday on the 3rd, so hopefully be able to join the stream on the 2nd. Yeah, there's some trick and treating to do on the Friday. No cards yet played tonight. If anybody wants to know what contracts are available, Adam, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the BFN. What have we got? Contracts. There is a harvesting contract, but we will never finish it in time. So yeah, there aren't really any contracts tonight, I'm afraid. Because if we took that root crop contract, we wouldn't complete it. It has to be completable. When is the best time to sell equipment? Equipment price doesn't change. What you do need to do is make sure that you repair and repaint any equipment when you sell it, and take it back to the shop to sell it, because you will get the most money doing that. I've been good, thank you, Swifty. I'm getting back into the farm sim a bit. I've had a few months where I got a little bit burnt out. I took a step back. I've still been streaming and I've still been putting out the odd video, but I'm now beginning to get back into it. The older it gets, faster damages, yes. And yes, in both cases. Yard construction work to be finished. We do have to finish the yard construction work tonight. So yeah, once we've completed this contract, we want to smooth out the yard and get the yard sorted. Buy an XG. I'd love to, Super Dude. I do not have the money to do that. We don't have anything over 200 horsepower at the moment. I think our Fendt is just over 200 horsepower. Right, should we let's reverse up in cab this time. But we should have the money to finish our yard off tonight, as well as finishing the sugar beet. Right, we did have though, oh, the Red Rock trailer's a flatbed. Oh, I was hoping for an actual, yeah, that's no use to me. I was hoping for an actual trailer. That's why I'm very tempted to get that Lizard Dragon, because we could get it like that, and that would then allow us to transport stuff. But yeah, it's 44,000. Wrong sell point. Oh, thank you, Isaac. Yeah, wrong sell point. Ah, it doesn't matter. It's only a couple of quid.
Oh no! Anyway.
Yeah, that about sums it up. I shortchanged myself with that tip, yeah. Yeah, I see, this is the thing. I think one more load is probably might get us up to 44,000. I don't want to immediately want to do that. Do I farm in real life? I used to, Super Dude. I don't anymore. 20 years ago, I worked on my dad's farm. Unfortunately, life has life moved me away from the ability to farm. Although I will say that the role play is slightly, what would I do if I had been able to keep farming, or if I had been able to come back from the city and farm. It's very much that kind of thing. Contract is done. Afternoon, your boy Corey. Welcome along. Did I sort my dad's house out yesterday? My brother sorted it out before I got anywhere near it. I made it as far as McDonald's yesterday. And Montana, I run a John Deere S780 for harvest. We got done harvesting a month ago. Nice. What do you grow, Super Dude? It'll be more like my old work, but it will be So it will be more story driven. So it is very much a story driven role play. I'm trying to go up a notch with the way it goes. So yeah, it'll be different. It'll be different. You're back, Toms. Welcome back. Oh, God.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, "Hey, Jeremy, I have so many VF groats I could just ask you questions all night. What do you think about that? It might annoy VF?" Ah, VF might just love that, don't you think? Because nothing screams entertainment like a barrage of questions from someone armed with a pile of virtual groats. It's like taking a tiny hatchback and trying to best a Ferrari on the Nürburgring. You're bound to annoy someone in the process. But go on, ask away. Let's give VF a bit of a challenge.
It sounds to me like Jeremy's up for that. Oh, let's just hope we don't run out of AI credit. Someone will have to go and check out thingy if that happens. Oh no, that's the 24th. Yeah, that's already the trailer that we've seen. That's not a new listing. Harvest has reached the end of the field. How much do we think this trailer is worth? Maybe 10,000. I think this trailer is probably worth about 10,000.
Yay.
Hey, Sally Selfridges, welcome along. I need to take a look at the ask things, because I don't think the Picard one or the Optimus Prime one are particularly great. I would love it if there was an Optimus Prime ask one. No, not that one. The one further back, isn't it? Think about how the new game in progress. FS has come a long way from where it began, and lots of people play FS as it only keeps improving. Next big improvement will be moisture sale prices. Yeah, moisture sale prices is the thing I'm looking for from the next version of Farm Sim. Add a little bit more, nuance to Farm Sim. I think that's what I'm looking for in future versions of Farm Sims. More nuance. More effects. They're definitely going the right way with it. I do want to see a little bit less, yield is affects a lot, or a lot affects yield that might not normally, and I would quite like to see a little bit of variability in what you pay. I don't think so. This is one of the things that has started to come in with 25, and has not been a thing in previous versions of Farm Sim. I think the ability to get a perfect harvest should be very, very difficult in Farm Sim. I think getting that 125%, you shouldn't be able to do it with everything. And part of the reason why I love precision farming is because it's fairly difficult to do that with precision farming. Dad Jad's having a meeting about the new FS game.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, Hey Gordon, sirloin steak or T-bone steak? Oh, are you donkey? You want a steak recipe, yeah? First, you take your bloody steak, right? Sear it hot in a pan with oil, garlic, and thyme. Baste it with butter, then rest it. Sirloin, T-bone, doesn't matter if you cook it right, you twit. Now get out.
I love it. I love it when Gordon turns on the asker, on the questioner. It's brilliant. I know Giants are having a meeting. If Giants no, it's getting me in trouble. If Giants do it properly, they're already talking about the next game. They're already working out what the next stuff they're going to put in and how they're going to do it is, because the best versions of Farm Sim are already being worked on when the previous one comes out.
What the Sigma?
Oh dear God. PH, welcome along. I am gonna get Highlands Fishing. We were talking about that. I will be streaming the Highlands Fishing DLC right from the Friday through to the Monday. We're gonna have a marathon streaming session for 3 days. We will probably do, well, I'm probably going to do 3 12-hour streams. At least on the Sunday and the Monday, we'll have 2 12-hour streams. And yeah, we're going to stream a lot over that weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I love doing extended sessions of streaming, and a big release like that absolutely gives me the ability to do that. So yeah. Is this going to be enough?
Sometimes my genius, it generates gravity.
It does. Right, harvester is empty. 10,942 litres, so about another 3,000 pounds. That's gonna get me close, but not close enough to 50,000. But then we got the contract to collect. Getting a server for that DLC, Sally. Nice. Let's actually come out onto the road properly this time. And there are no cars. Right, so we get this sold. We'll drive this back to the farm and then complete, because I don't think we've got anything down at the shop to get back. And then we're going to go and probably spend all our money sorting our yard out. But may I ask you another one? What are your map recommendations for 22? Which should I like the most? So if you're on Bonchi, if you are on PC, highly recommend the Vintage Oaks. It's on the same website, I believe, as here, as this map. If it's not, then it's available on his itch.io page, on FarmSim Briscoe's itch.io page. Awesome map, one of the best, if not the best map for FS22 is Vintage Oaks. Highly recommend Attingham Park. Attingham Park is a brilliant map as well. One of GBModding's best ever maps. Definitely go check that one out. Yeah, Saxthorpe is a brilliant map too, also by FarmSim Briscoe. That one is available on the Mod Hub, as is Attingham. If I was to recommend one of Oxygen David's, I'm gonna recommend Calmsden. Calmsden is a great map, works really well, and oh god, oh yeah, and Silver Run Forest. If you want to do any forestry at all, Silver Run Forest, best forestry map out there. Absolutely cracking forestry map that, with so much built into it. It is part of the Platinum Edition in Farming Simulator 22, and it's well worth, in my opinion, it's worth buying the Platinum Edition almost for Silver Run on its own. It is just, I don't think there is, certainly at the moment, there isn't a base game map or a Giants released map that I think is better. Vintage Oaks. It's by Farm Sim Briscoe. It was definitely available via itch.io. If you search for Farm Sim Briscoe on itch.io, I don't know if it's still up there because I know he's removed this map from there and gone through his own website. It's one of those things. In the near future, I'll be able to direct you to somewhere that will give you a definitive link. At the moment, I can't do that. Yeah. I also have a I have a video on my YouTube channel, which is my top 5 maps for Farming Simulator 22, which actually isn't the list I've just given you because Vintage Oaks wasn't out when I did that video. Silveron is the map that got me to do forestry in 22 for a bit, only time I've ever done it in 22 beside No Man's Land. Hooten Pantai is a decent map, Craig, absolutely. And Riverbend Springs, awesome map. I really do like Riverbend as a map. Yeah, I really love the maps that Giants has been doing. You're all right, Toms. Just don't push it, please. Hey, Sneethy, welcome along. Hey, Team Mascurio. Welcome along. You're in Latvia. We get a lot of people from the Balkans in here. We get quite a few people watching from the Balkans, which amazes me because you guys must be around midnight when I stream. Oh, we're asking Jeremy again.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, "Hey Jeremy, could you write a car review in the style of a Shakespearean tragedy, please? Oh, fair chariot of unspeakable speed, how thou dost torment my weary soul. Like a tempest upon the seas, thine engine roars with fury, yet thy suspension wails. Like a banshee over cobbled roads. Thy plush seats once deemed a throne, now a cruel jest as comfort eludes me. Alas, poor transmission, I knew it well, a labyrinth of confusion amidst gears. Thus I proclaim a noble steed, yet a tragic steed."
Oh, Genie, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Oh, wow. That has got to go up as a short. That's gotta go up as a short. Oh, that was special. That was so special. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, Toms. Right, let's jump out the tractor, and we can complete the contract. There we go. Why can't I keep cows? I can keep cows. I have cows up here.
Sally Solbridges asked me, "Why can't you keep cows?" Ah, cows. The bovine equivalent of a classic British Land Rover. Sturdy, reliable, and let's be honest, they occasionally break down for no apparent reason. Keeping cows is like maintaining an old convertible. You need ample space, patience, and a love for mud and unpredictability. Not to mention they eat more than a supercar guzzles petrol. And don't get me started on the emissions, so perhaps best left to the farmers.
Right, we need to fix things up. Now we got 57,000. Did we only get? Wow. Yeah, there's neither of these are particularly good harvesting contracts. So let's get the building tool out. We want to shape the land around here. So the first thing I want to do is I need to bring everything up to the same height as our shed here. So to do that, we want to do that. Because at the moment we are quite a long way down from it.
The Fitness Gram Pacer Test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
That is a very odd thing to get Optimus Prime to say. Hey, Farmer Dark, welcome along. Right, so that has sorted all of the stuff around the edge. I want to bring this up then here. We're gonna then bring it out here. See, we're using a lot of money just getting this up to the level it needs to be. But we've got to do this in order to get a good amount of drop on it. And we want to bring this out here. So, and I don't want any at the back here, so I'll bring this all up here. Enlarge this. Do this along here. Okay, and then stop that because that is that. So we want to smooth this. We're trying to smooth along the back here without dropping it away too much, and then we can start to smooth all of this more around here like so. Get a much smoother approach. Around here. And smooth things out as we hit up to there and go much larger. Try and get a smooth angle up to here. So yeah, that then looks a lot better. Hey Farmer Doc, I'm doing well, thank you. And then yeah, I'm gonna have to try and raise this up a bit, I think, because we need to raise this corner and we need to get out there a little bit and sort of shape the end of this field a little bit. So let's do that. Oh God.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, "Hey Jeremy, can you write a car review? As if the car were your ungrateful teenage child. The 2025 Ford Focus RS. My metaphorical teenage progeny in automobile form. Staring at it, I see the petulant sulk of a teenager who thinks they're too good for family dinners. Its turbocharged engine roars defiantly, just like a teenager blasting music you can't comprehend. The suspension? Sporty, yet uncomfortable, akin to them constantly pushing boundaries. And you just know it'll gulp premium fuel like it's raiding your fridge at midnight. Sigh.
Yeah, we'll look at sheep in a bit. I just want to get this to see if we can get this to work. So smooth, enlarge, and go out that way like so. And take that down in size. Smooth into this bit here. And we're gonna go right up. Right, that should do the trick, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. I think we're a little bit floaty there, so we might just bring up the edges. But I think that's just like that anyway. So I want to just come here, and we're gonna take this one here. Gonna go down to the smallest size we can. Just lift up around the edges a bit. Just so everything is pulled in. Yeah, and then we need to lower on the inside. Perfect. Hey, Northern J, welcome along. Yeah, just want to bring this edge up so that we're flush. There we go. Can live with that little bit of a bump there. I could, in fact, I could just then smooth.
Gamer
out.
Dragon TV asked me, "Hey Jeremy, could you explain parallel parking in the tone of a medieval knight going to battle? Ah, noble squire, heed this. Parallel parking is akin to jousting with thine own chariot. Picture, if thou wilt, a fearsome tilt where thou must guide thy metal steed between the adversaries. Two stout steeds of steel standing resolute. Approach with valor. Turn thine wheel as if drawing sword and glide back with precision, like a gallant knight seeking the joust's end. Adjust and conquer thine space. Victorious."
Oh my god. That's brilliant. Cheers, Bull Sinclair. Oh my god, that's brilliant. I think I got that. I think that we might need to extend out around the end a little bit. But I think in general, I'm quite happy with that. So let's get some roadway down. We want painting, yeah. Painting, and we want Concrete pebbles, dirt, gravel. I've got dirt track. That's what I want. I'm gonna take this corner off while I'm here. Yeah. Add that there. And that will then also go round to here. Now, there we go. Right, and then I want to put a bit of grass in, I think. Grass mid. Get down. A bit over here. Gonna have to put grass down pretty much everywhere here because you can see that it's kind of got dirt underneath. Need sort of out around the entrance area. How do you mean? Grass dry, grass cut, grass track. No. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, yeah, I can get some. Pack stuff around the edges here. I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put grass. I kind of, yeah, grass dirt. That's kind of what I want. Oh. Grass, right. That's not costing me too much. I'm gonna lay some new grass down. There, like so. Get the size of that down. Right, we're gonna have to replant all of this. Yeah, grown grass. We're gonna have to go and do all the grown grass in a minute. But all of it, as we can see from where we've done all of this, the ground is the ground around here is dirt with grass textures on top. So what I'm gonna do is replace all of it while we got a little bit of cash. Especially in the areas where we've been smoothing this. Bit that's going to cost is when I come to put the actual grass itself down. Amazed I got that to go under the that then. Wow. Yeah, smoothing everything out. Get rid of all of this dirt. Oop, no. Like that. There we go. Nice new set of grass in, and then we want the grass track. Where is that? Grass dirt, grass track, right. So I then want to edge all of this with grass track. Oh, no. Change the it. That. And then we want to put some grass in. Right, I can do meadow. Meadow is 10. Okay, oh wow, we've got a lot of interesting plants on here. So I think we'll do just standard meadow first. Like that, and then I'm going to do it on the side of the road there like that as well. Hey Tucker338, has anybody ever figured out how to fix the cannot connect water? Yeah, somebody came in here earlier and said that there's some trouble with the multiplayer at the moment. That people were having trouble accessing it. I'm guessing from the sounds of it, Giant servers are down. Which is not very helpful for a Sunday night. Here's the one thing that worries me about Farm Sim is that, you know, if Giants ever stop running the servers, you wouldn't be able to do multiplayer. One thing I like in 22 over 25 over 22, reseeding grass is so much cheaper. This would have eaten all of my money on 22. I'd have had absolutely nothing left from doing this. Right, let's have a look. Oh, we missed a patch around the edge here. The rest is coming along nicely, so we need to get that patch there done. Right in front of me. Okay, so that is all grass replanted. We have space up to here. We've got our roadway down to our farm. Our chickens are looking good. I think it is just this section up to back over here. Yeah, we just need to regrass that. Okay. patch there, little patch there. Need to smooth it. I already did that. I already smoothed the entrance area, Paul. We did that last stream. That's got the bald patches. That's got the bald patches. Yeah, so our entrance doesn't quite have as much of a lip anymore. That's smoothed coming in. And looking good. It's looking really good. Right, how are our cows for feed? How are our cows in general? Let's go and have a look. Where's our unload point? It's down the side here, isn't it? Yeah. So, our cows, overall good, very good, good, very good, good, and good. Fantastic. We've managed to haul all the cows up a little bit, which is great. Let's have a look at the chickens. Yeah, we might put some of those in a bit. Our chickens, average, low. Oh, do we have an overall? Overall, average, bad, very 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 bad. Very, very bad. Very good. Wow, we got a lot of roosters. I think we need to sell some roosters. Oh no, those are the ones to buy. Here are ours. Okay, overall, average, extremely good, bad. Extremely good, average, bad. Bad. Average. Bad. We got monitors on the ones that are bad. So... yeah. And then Ramsey's very good. So hopefully we'll be fine. Food-wise... oh, we got cultivating contract if anybody wants to play a cultivating card. We could do that. But... I find the realistic animal mod working pretty well. All of our animals seem to be okay. We could possibly give some... oh, we got no milk yet at all. We could possibly give some straw to them when we get some. Yeah, food, the chickens are fine. Monitor, chicken coop. Monitored. Yeah, so we're the ones we're monitoring. We're making sure that we're okay. We're not monitoring anything in the cow barn at the moment because they're all in pretty good condition. Hey, Redman, welcome back. Right. Good. I think our feeding wagon, yeah, has nothing in it. So we will disconnect that. Go and put this in the shed as well. Oh, we actually have a Clean Me Daily left over from last time, so I'd better clean this tractor. There we go. Clear that. There we are. King Scorpion coming in with a cultivating contract, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we're going to do that. Thank you, King Scorpion. That is a great help. Park that there then. We'll get the bike. Let's go get the contract. There we go. There'll be a lot more contracts soon. Be great. But we've got to get out of February into spring first. Not a safe speed to go through here at. What is that? Is that a flaming poo? Is that what that is? I wonder if Ford will ever come base gaming farm sim. I don't know. I think we've probably got as close to Ford being base game as we're gonna get. It would take New Holland putting tractors in that are of that age and then agreeing to do it. And I think the closest we come to that is the 8340. Right, where are we going? We're going, I think, to the field we're going to the field that we've just done the sugar beet on. It's a flaming glitch. Okay. Yeah, I'm not ever expecting Ford to become base game. Not with as close as we've got. Lots of YouTubers mentioning what they would like to see in your FS games, either mid-stream or mid-video. Do you think Giants get to see their suggestions and comments? Yes, I know Giants do, Isaac. I know Giants watch my streams. and I've watched my streams. The entire reason I ever started doing anything with Giants was that somebody at Giants was watching my streams and said, you want to go with him. Will there be scripts added to consoles? Scripts do get added to consoles, but only as part of the game. So yes and no, Red. It has happened. There was with Seasons in FS17. Seasons won the mod contest and then was added to, they added the scripts to the game to get Seasons to run because Seasons was so popular. Cool. In console players' eyes, Fords have not come to... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, cool. Is that Ford essentially haven't come to console because the DLC that has Ford tractors in does not give... access to the Ford brand across the board. Why can't they do it with all of the other PC mods? Okay, so... because Red, Giants have to make changes to the game for script mods to come in, and Giants can't do it for every single script mod that comes. The Seasons, very much the exception rather than the rule. Seasons was the best mod. I don't disagree with you there, Philly M, actually. I think Seasons is probably one of the best, if not the best mods to ever be available for a farm sim game. I do look for mods that are as game-changing as Seasons was. These things you're asking of Jeremy GD are just insane.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, hey Jeremy, could you write a love sonnet to a manual gearbox? Oh, mechanical symphony of shifting grace, in thine embrace the road unfurls untamed, with left foot's dance and right hand's soft embrace, a ballet of cogs, enchanting and famed. Through hallowed gears thou dost whisper to me, a hidden language of speed and control. In concert, clutch and revs, sweet harmony, a lover's duet upon the road scroll. For thee, dear gearbox, my heart swells with pride. The art of driving, a passion ignited. In thee, freedom and thrill, ever allied. Each shift, a love note, forever inscribed.
I'm flabbergasted. That was brilliant. Oh man, I'm gonna have to send that to Kaylin. Oh. Very, very disappointed with the amount they dropped out of it for base game. So the thing to remember is that Seasons is a very complicated mod, and if you're talking to your average person, it's too much. I am, for the most part, happy with the version of Seasons we got in the game. I kind of wish the animals had been the same as in Seasons. I don't miss the bales and the grass and the stuff diminishing and rotting. That was always too extreme for me. But yeah, I do miss. I think the animals worked much better in Seasons. Seasons came to base game with FS22, I believe. Best mods for consoles in 22 was tow rope. Yeah, because that basically allowed you to tow equipment across the map. Very useful piece of equipment. This should not take us too long, and we should make a nice little bit of cash and be able to go into the new year with a little bit of money, which is good. Yeah, I think we might have to maybe hope for a cultivator or a direct seeder. A direct seeder would be the best thing for us. Might be worth running a weeder. Do I have a weeder? Over everything. We'll have a look. Night Bart, thanks for joining us. At least as a mod you could choose to have it in coming from console standpoint. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, with it not being a feature of the base game, I think that makes it a lot easier for people to get into Seasons. Again, I think Seasons has improved with FS25, and I look forward to seeing more stuff. As I said, I think the next big overhaul for Farm Sim is around the animals. We've already seen a little bit of it in 25. I would like to see more. As I said, moisture is such a thing for Farm Sim. Moisture affecting crop prices. Absolutely want to see that. Not necessarily a full irrigation setup, although you could do that for crops like potatoes and things. Yeah, I would like to see moisture levels having an effect on how much you can sell your crops for, your grain crops specifically for, and also affecting how quickly grass dries and things like that as well. There's a whole moisture mechanic that would work, that could be so nicely put into Farm Sim. You were right, Farm Professor. I have read. Go check out my series on Huten Pantai. I did an entire rice farm. In fact, I think rice was the only crop I grew outside of a greenhouse. That was a lot of fun, that map as well. I had a lot of fun doing rice on that map. I don't know if anybody saw this week, preview got put out for Martin Emil Gamer's new map as well. Looking forward to that.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, "Hey Jeremy, could you write a review on the V8 engine like a 19th century romantic poem? O mighty heart of thunderous might, thou art a symphony of power untold. Within thee, fires of passion do ignite, a tempest of growls, fierce and bold. Thy pistons dance like lovers in embrace, in rhythmic pulse thy symphony resounds. Each throb a testament to thine grace, a steed unbridled where freedom abounds. O V8, thou art the soul of fervent dreams, in every roar, an ode to what life means."
That is fantastic. Oh man, how brilliant. His map going, yes, his map's going to be, I think it's going to be PC only. I don't think he's going for Mod Hub with it. I want to get in contact with Martin because I want to make sure his maps get try and get to a wider audience. His first map I missed completely, yeah, he's doing some great work. So, and this is why we need a good, and you know what, I'm gonna say it again because I keep saying this. This is why we need a good, trustworthy directory site for mods, because his map went over my head. I did not see it. I didn't see it pushed anywhere. I would have played it. Absolutely would have gone with it. So yeah, we need somewhere where maps like that and stuff that people don't want to submit to the mod hub gets a good view, and you can go to that site, you can know that has not been stolen, that it is not it's not using stuff that it shouldn't use, that it is all above board. And we need somewhere like that outside of the mod hub. Mod hub is great, mod hub is fantastic, but there are some people who don't want to go through all the rigmarole of submitting to the mod hub, and I understand that. And so yeah. $56% of the way through, and we've only done the whoop, nope, that's not what I want to do. And we've done the main body of the field. But if you want to see maps get wider people and put you on the mod hub, put in mod, yeah. And I would suggest anybody, if you can go for mod hub and you can get on console, absolutely. You are, if you aren't on the mod hub, you are cutting down your audience massively. And you are, and if you're not trying to get it on console when it's possible to get it on console, you are also cutting off your audience massively. You're ignoring 2/3 of the player base. You know, it's not a small group of people who you are basically going, yeah, I'm not going to make my thing available to you. I mean, there are instances where you can't make your thing available to that group of people. But I would say if you can, you should. Oh, forwards. Hey, Mr. Mike Gaming, welcome along. Sometimes it's not worth the aggro and the hassle. It depends on how popular your mod might be. I mean, you know, if you have a really popular mod, if you have one of the best ones up there, you can make a reasonable amount of money submitting it to the mod hub. And the mod hub is the only place that legally you can earn money for every download of your mod. Later, GD. You know, even the site that I'm talking about doing, it's people aren't going to be paid for every time somebody goes to their link or anything like that. Later, Paul. Thanks for joining us. And if you got it listed on itch, you're not making money for every download. You know, it's only when people pay, you know, that actually donate as they're downloading. Oh, later GD, sorry. Later GD. I missed it. I hope you have a good one, Gamer Dragon. I'll catch you later. How you doing, freelancer? Hope you're doing well. Wow, it's already 5 o'clock in game. The stream has gone a little bit faster, though, or everything's gone a little bit faster than I expected. Did not expect to be near the end of the day at this point. I can't move across to the next day because we don't have enough time to complete that. Missed a bit. Yeah, it's only 10 PM. We've only been live for 2 hours. I mean, there's still some daylight, so that's good. We can still go and do another job if there is one, but I doubt there's another job. That's the trouble. We've made good progress today. We've managed to get our farmyard sorted out, so we've made everything nice and flat. We have got the contract that we had on here finished. We're about to finish this contract as well. I don't think there are any other contracts that we could attempt today. That says no, those are both too short, and all of those are. God, if I delivered that many cows, nearly 267 million. How many cows? 21,000 liters of cows. I'm not sure that'd be 20,000 cows. I'm not sure that works. Why don't I try doing a multiplayer forestry setup? Have we not? We've done multiplayer forestry before. That would be a bit wild. Contract is finished, but I'm going to go to the edge of the field and we'll drive this back to our farm. How to get an extra? Yeah, that's a mod. That's the transport contract mod. Although I've never managed to get enough to actually complete one of those. It does fit along the lines of I do like how that is. sort of did multiplayer forestry. I mean, I was doing a lot of forestry to make money on Riverbend. Wasn't really a forestry playthrough though. Oh, the bike's up at the shop. We've got to take this all the way back to the shop to get the bike. Part of me kind of wants to preview something to you guys. Being here at sort of 5 past 10. So it may be something that I might be better off doing it and sending it to the patrons, the YouTube channel members, to have a look at. Quad bike for quad bike? We don't have a quad bike available to us, Paul. Not until the Highlands Fishing DLC comes out. When the Highlands Fishing DLC comes out, I will probably swap to a quad bike, because there's a quad bike in that. Also want to check actually what's on offer at the shop at this point. I might finish a little early tonight, in all honesty. Okay, good night's sleep before work tomorrow. Maybe do a little bit more work on Farm Sim UK before I go to bed. We have, well, as I said, we've pretty much achieved everything I want to achieve, and the sun is setting. It's a little bit abnormal to get this far through. Then we got a long way through last time. I want to see what's I also want to see what's available in the shop. Just want to have a look on the mod hub. But there is a quad bike. There's the Lizard Blaster. Oh yeah, there's the Lizard Banshee and the Lizard TR500 and the Lizard 4-track. Oh, there's several quad bikes on there actually. What size combine am I wanting? Reasonable mid-sized, I think, on here, given the size of the field. We won't be able to afford a mid-sized combine. We'll probably have to lease the combine when we first do it. That's my case. Yeah, but they're all lizards. I want an official one. There's a Can-Am coming in the DLC, so I want to get that. Hey gamers, welcome along. Brought you City Skylines today, and I made a pretty good city. Nice. City Skylines is a good game. So the first game or second? So City Skylines or City Skylines 2? The TR500 is based on the Honda quad bike. Maybe we'll get it for next time. Maybe I'll pick one up. I'll add it into the mods, and we might get a quad bike next time. But I do want to get the one from the DLC. Alternatively, I'd love to get the. So I think we've got it on here. I know. I'd love to get the John Deere. I don't have the John Deere. I think there's a John Deere coming in the DLC as well. It's only $8. But yeah, which it's a good game, gamers. City Skylines is a really good game. Proper spiritual successor to SimCity. I bet they're bringing jet skis as well since Can-Am is coming to them. I don't think they are, Shade Slayers. That'd be cool, but I don't think they are. Can-Am's already in the game, aren't they? The bike we've got, I think, is a Can-Am. I don't think they're a new brand with Highlands. I think they're existing already. We will check that. No? We will check that. Oh no, it's an Aprilia, isn't it? Yeah, they are new with the DLC. Motorbikes are Aprilia. Aprilia, there we go. Can-Am are not currently. Right, let's complete the contract. Okay, there we go. Stove plow thing would be cool, like quad but users. Yeah, I know the thing you mean. Woo. Snowcat. That's a bit big. Do I work long hours in my job? I do a 40-hour week, Isaac. So 8 hours a day. Roughly. Although I was 3 hours short this week, so I had to do some work this afternoon. There we go. Right. Yeah, so these are the lights put up. Working very well, those lights. Our chickens are doing well. Our cows are doing well. I'm really quite liking the shape of our yard now. Kind of good. Our industry is far, far away from the main city. I've left the lights on my motorbike, yeah. If I really wanted to, you see, we could extend the yard out now. If I wanted, we could extend the yard out to sort of here-ish. And have more stuff down the bottom here, and then take this fence down and expand into this, you know, have a field expansion that way. Conceivably, other. Can we build around here? So we were talking about putting in possibly a sheep pen. Yeah, could conceivably try and put a sheep pen in. Oh, I wanted to get. Thing is, ideally, I'd want the stuff to spawn the other end. Ideally. And then we could put a sheep pen in down this bottom end here. My city is kind of good and my industry is far, far away. Oh, yeah. Which is exactly kind of how you want it. Although people want to be able to commute. Yeah. 14,000 to put a sheep pen in, and the lower I can keep the price, the less it's gonna have to level things out. We think we want to put a sheep pen in, and then next time we can get some sheep. Buy the other field and put the sheep in this field. I kind of want to turn that into a grass field. So we've got a fairly large field here that would do well as an arable. This would do very well as an arable. So I kind of want to do those two as arable. And then we got this field here, I think would do as grass. This field here would do well as grass, and this field here would do well as grass. So that would give us 3 grass fields, 2 arable fields to get the farm going. Hey, Trucker Matsy. And then we could put the sheep in over here, and it would level this out a little bit, but not much looking at this. And if I put it down this end, there would be space to get the tractor in. That's more, that's less. To a 6-9 around here somewhere. I think I want to put the sheep pen in around here. And I think about, okay, I'm gonna go for it, chat. There we go. Yes, I want to customize the pasture. We're coming off this side here. We're gonna do this whole end down here. Keep the shape nice and simple. Follow the edge that we have now on the field. Like delete last segment. Yeah. Come on. That would seem to be the end. Okay. No, I don't want to. I want to finish that there. Why won't that connect to the end? There we go. Yes. Yes, I do want to plant the meadow for the sheep pasture. There we go. There we are. Nice sheep pasture in. And it's remained fairly flat. It's got a little bit of a bump here, and I might smooth this out quickly, but otherwise I'm happy with that. English farm would have cover from the weather. Yes, but we can put a sheep pen in later. Crayon Eater 87, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, that's better. Not quite as extreme as it was. So we're going to have to do water for any thing we get in here, and we're going to have to do and we're going to have to get feed in. We're all right at the moment. We might go and get some sheep and some goats next time, but I'm quite happy with that. That's a decent sized sheep pen. Does it tell me how many it can take? It does not. No, it doesn't. Yeah. No, don't pick them all. There's some decent Landress that we could get. There's a decent Stenhaf Ram. Oh, that's a decent Ram. We need a... There's no decent... Yeah. There's a decent Ram there. Ooh. That's a younger Ram, isn't it? So that would be good. That is not a good sheep. That is a very good Ram. An older one. Yeah. Swiss Black Mountains. There's a decent lamb there. Oh, there's two decent lambs. Do we have a decent... We don't have a decent... Oh, no, we do have a decent ram in there as a lamb as well. It says 30 sheep. Yeah, it does say 30 sheep. I can see that there. Blackwish Mountains. Yeah. And the rams. We need at least one ram if we're going to breed any of these. And then the goats. It's a good... female goat there, and there's a good goat ram there. So there are options as it stands at the moment. We might end up with a lot of not great animals. We're gonna need a water trailer, and we're gonna need and we're gonna need to cut some hay fairly quickly. But yeah, hopefully we should have enough food if we want to. We've got 4 hay bales if we need to, and we can easily cut some more grass. And I think, yeah, we want to get on here. I think the aim now is to buy 67, 2.6. Yeah, so about 2 acres each. Or 2 hectares, HA. No, HA is acres, isn't it? Later, Isaac. Later, gamers. Yeah. So I think our 3, if we can get the smaller field, so 61,000 for that for an acre, and 80,000 for that for 1.3. So 67 and 69, we kind of want to plow up and replant with grass. 31 we will keep as grass, and then 30 and 27 I think we want to make arable. That should give us a good amount of grass for silage and things, and then a good amount of arable stuff. And then yeah, I want to expand to 26, which is 89,000. Wow. That is not that expensive. That's only 9,000 more. Oh no, sorry. 323,000. No, that's a lot more expensive. And then that is 172,000. Yeah. Yeah, that is 89,000 per hectare per acre, and that is just, yeah, these grass fields not worth quite as much. And then there's lots of spaces as we expand and get bigger that we can expand out into. And if we need to make our farmyard larger, we have space to do that. We've got the space around here for that as well. So we can have a larger farmyard if we want, with more storage space. At the moment, we're good. At the moment, I think we are in a great position. And yeah, eventually, I want to put a gateway through here to the house, and we'll buy that house and have that as a trigger as well. But with the with everything sort of darkness having fallen, oh, there we go. I think we're probably at a point where we've finished for this evening. Hey, Faber Farming, you've come in right at the end here. We'll buy. I think we'll finish here. We've not really got anything else to do tonight, so yeah, good time to call it quits for now. So let's save this, and we'll continue on Wednesday as we go into the spring. We'll see what there is to do. And out to there we go. Right, so I am gonna quit that there. No, I'm gonna check that first. Cool, let's see who is available to go and raid this evening. I'm gonna snooze the last advert. Don't need that running during my outro. Ooh, right. Let's see who we're following. Might go and raid somebody who's not maybe doing the same thing. We're gonna go and raid Joel versus Arthritis tonight. Great guy, fellow guy in Norfolk. In fact, no, I know what is good. He finishes. He's going to be finishing. I know he's going to be finishing. Oh, I don't know who to raid then. Yeah, Joel. Oh no, actually, Joel normally goes for another half an hour, so we'll go and raid him. I think that would be a good way to go. So we'll go and raid Joel. As I said, I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to do more of the realism experiment. I hope to have more news on my new series. I might have the first episode done by then if I'm lucky. And then yeah, it should be I should also have some news on Farmsim UK with any luck as well. So will be good news all round, hopefully. Otherwise, I want to say some thank yous before I go. Big thank you to King Scorpion for resubscribing. You are awesome. Big thank you to Swifty Farmer TV1 for your cheers. You are awesome. To Morpheus Simulations for resubscribing. You are awesome. And to NetSound19 for resubscribing. You are awesome as well. And with that, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. If you're over on YouTube, please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Massive thank you to all of my patrons, my YouTube channel members, and my Twitch subscribers. You guys not only help to keep the channels running, you help them to grow as well. So thank you so much for your support. If you have yet to follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, please do so you never miss a video live stream from me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.